Yo, what up, homie? So, you already know this finna be fire content. So go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and share this. You know what I'm saying? So we can grow. Alright, y'all. See y'all. Alright, what's going on, y'all? So it's Cameron McCullough, aka Master Teacher of Attraction, and I'm here teaching other alpha males or other if you're not an alpha male, you can learn how to unleash the masculine energy inside of you to get out of your beta energy, because that's when you in your beta energy, you basically in your feminine. And that's for women. You know what I'm saying? But in this video, we're gonna be talking about 10 reasons to put narcissistic women on ice. Cause it's a lot of women that have a narcissistic mindset. And you a dude that grew up in this society. And you was probably taught in order to get women, you gotta give them a whole bunch of stuff. You gotta bring them on expensive dates. You gotta do all this stuff as if you yourself wasn't enough for her to do anything together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of environment that promotes, feminism and everything, that promotes that mindset to women. So if you're an alpha male, you might come across a lot of women. If you cold approaching or you hitting a lot of women up in their DMs, you might come across a lot of women that view you as beneath them. You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all already know me. I don't cold approach. I made at least 2 videos by now talking about don't cold approach. Let women choose, right? But you might get into situations where the women might choose on you and they just testing you, and they might do something that makes them think that you are beneath them, and they have a whole bunch of expectations of you that other men do. Okay, so if a woman is yelling at you in public because she feels that she can do that, and I say that because that happened to me before. So that was the first thing that came up. You know what I'm saying? You get yelled at in public. What other things? Probably you take her on a date and y'all go to somewhere like Dairy Queen, and she start smacking her lips and everything, just doing stuff like that, where she feel like she need a lobster, she need $80, and she needs you to pull up in a BMW in order for you to get with her. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna go over them 10 things. All right. So the first reason to put her on ice, Sub-Zero style, fatality. You know what I'm saying? She raises her voice.
Where you going? I hate you. You selfish, you arrogant, and so stupid.
Yeah, whatever.
Nigga, I don't need you to leave here. I'm tired of sitting up in this house, not having a man next to me when I want, being lonely. I'ma do what the fuck I wanna do. What?
Okay, the only reason a woman would raise her voice at something that is stronger than her is because she feel that she can do that. So usually, this either happens at the beginning of interactions with women, or it happens later in the interaction with women when they already kind of tested you subtly, if I could say the word right. And they kind of get the feeling they can do anything with you and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Like, they can treat you anyway and you still gonna be messenger her every day, good morning and everything. Like, you still gonna put her on the pedestal. And that's basically how this happens. Like, you put all the women on a pedestal and they don't want to be there, but they'll take it because they're in control. So they gonna test you and they gonna like treat you like you like dog doo-doo on the bottom of a whale's fin. You know what I'm saying? That's how they gonna treat you if you acting putting pedestalizing. No. Okay? So if she raising her voice at you downtown in front of everybody to see, it ain't like you gonna go slap her, because you don't need to do all that. You don't really need to do all that. So if she yelling at you in public, what you really need to do is, and if y'all drove to wherever y'all went together, you just shut that shit down. As soon as she start yelling, you get up, you walk out of the spot, you walk to your car, and like, if you downtown, it's a whole bunch of people there, she can get an Uber or something, you just leave. You leave. There's gonna be two things that's gonna happen. She either gonna stay there or she gonna follow you after she got done yelling at you. And there's gonna be two behavior patterns that's gonna show. She either gonna be really quiet because she don't know what you about to do, and you actually growing some balls in this particular situation, so she following you being quiet. Or she gonna stay there, call her one of her friends, probably one of the other she say he just a friend, she say she just a friend, oh baby, you know she gonna call up one of them dudes, you know, talk all bad about you and everything. Those gonna be the two situations that's gonna happen, but you don't really care. It's all about the principle of you know, fixing that situation, since you've been allowing her to see you as not an alpha male, basically. Like, she views you as weak. Okay? They only do that to men that they view as weak, or they test you at the beginning of the interaction. So you got to put that on ice real quick, okay? And that's just one way you can do it in a particular situation like that, okay? So the second reason to put narcissistic women on ice Sub-Zero style, if she giving you the silent treatment. There's a lot of dudes who go crazy when they don't get a text back from their girl. You could be in the spot with your beta male friends. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the spot with your beta male friends and you placing a bet on, yeah, you know, I just got this new little chick. Why, she do anything I say. I'm about to text her right now. Watch how quick she responds. 10 minutes pass. 15 minutes pass. 20 minutes pass. Hey, y'all remember that thing off of SpongeBob, right? 5 hours later pass. You know what I'm saying? And you looking bad in front of your friends. Nigga, you are getting this silent treatment if it passed at least one day. Okay, because for the most part, most women don't be busy. Most women ain't at their job all day. Like dudes. Like me and the dudes that I know, especially if you got a YouTube channel, you producing content, it can be pretty busy. If you out here hustling, getting money, it can be pretty, like, it's an all day thing. Women ain't doing that. Women be on Facebook, they social media, looking at DMs from men that they don't want. They be on Snapchat, they be putting their makeup on, and then they gotta go to work for a little bit. And then once lunchtime come around, they gotta look at that stuff again. You know, y'all know how they do. Most of them ain't at the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then this basically happens when you having too much interaction with her. She's kind of bored with you. And again, she's viewing you as weak. You the old dude on the block. She wants something new. You ain't giving her that energy. You ain't giving her that alpha essence. You ain't giving her that alpha energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happens. And that's what that means. So to put her on ice, you have to stop all communication, basically, until she would reach back out to you. But like me personally, I would keep it pushing. And while I'm keeping it pushing, I would just pay attention to her actions. That's another video I gotta make. Pay attention to her action. Right. So the third thing, she won't submit. Okay. There ain't nothing worse than a woman that actually wants to be in control of the situation, because it never turns out well. It never turns out well. And when most women hear submit, they think they gonna be a slave. They gonna be eating dog biscuits. They gonna be bred with dogs and things. Like, it's not gonna be like that. It's not no weird stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be taken care of. You gonna be good. You know, when men say they want you to submit, it's basically you get rid of all that bull crap that wasn't serving you well. And when we say submit, you want to submit to like a righteous man, like the right person, like the right dude with knowledge and everything. Don't just be submitting to anybody. You know what I'm saying? If he not really moving you with his knowledge or anything, or you don't have the mental capacity to be moved by anything of knowledge other than some love and hip hop, or who the new baby daddy on the block, you don't really deserve a man. You can probably get with these beta males that you keep saying cheat and everything. They telling you the only girl, but that ain't really true. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want them beta males, but you keep saying that you got men on deck. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you put yourself into as a woman when you say you won't submit. You put yourself back into the dating pool of ain't shit men. Okay, and you bounce back and back with relationships and everything like that. But basically, when you're submitted under a man, there's gonna be rules in place for both of y'all concerned. And it ain't gonna be, oh, we finna get these purses and everything. Like, the money's gonna be accounted for. You know what I'm saying? The meals, it ain't gonna be no chitlins being cooked. It ain't gonna be a whole lot of meat being cooked. I'm talking about for me, you know, because of the knowledge I have. It ain't gonna be a whole bunch of chitlins, pork, meat being cooked. When you do cook, it's probably gonna be mainly raw food. So that's as far as in the kitchen. You know, keep the place clean if you ain't working, but if you are working, all that money going into the pot. Because if it's in your pot, if it's in your hands, for the most part, it's going to be spent on purses. It's going to be spent on unnecessary things. You're going to go get a BMW because you just got the money right now. But you're not thinking about the future or anything. Most women don't think about the future. They think about right now. I got that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's all what it means when you submit. Number 4, she got a Japa syndrome. So okay, Japa. This is when she don't know how to shut up. She don't know when to be quiet. If she is she can hear something and it gets her riled up emotionally. And then she just, yeah. You ain't shit. You ain't this. That's why you small. That's why this. That's why that. You know, for 5 minutes. And she just tearing you down, G. She tearing you down. She don't respect you. It might be a hood rat. It might be a hood rat chick. Cause, you know, they just like that with any guy. For the most part. But if she ever like yap jawing and jappa jawing at you, and she got that syndrome, you gonna have to put her on ice. She got to go on that ice. Just act like you taking a piece of salmon and you got a big old ice container full of fresh ice. And you finna throw that salmon on the ice and close the lid. That's what you gonna have to do with her. She gonna have to chill out. She gonna have to chill out for real. Okay. You know, you never want to deal with a woman that got Japa syndrome. Because headaches. You know what I'm saying? Number 5. She demands you have to take her out on a date. Okay, so let me tell you something. I've tried both. And the only time I have to take women out on dates is I do anything that's remotely close to a cold approach, which is choosing women and not letting them choose you. I haven't had too many good outcomes with choosing on women. Okay? Those are the women that give the most backlash, and they're the most disrespectful towards you personally. Now, when I get the choosing signals, I have some of the most best experiences with those women. To me, those are the only ones that count. I'm not finna be out here cold approaching if I'm getting bad experiences with that, because that can mess up how I feel towards women. And right now, I love women because of those, you know, them choosing on me. So I ain't gotta even worry about cold approaching or anything, because that's what most dating coaches will tell you. That's why I made several videos about the cold approach. You know, and if you ever want to hear somebody go like really, really in depth on the cold approach, y'all need to check out Booker Alpharonomy, because that dude, he went in for like 2 hours on why not the cold approach, right? But you only need to take girls on dates when you choosing on them. That's the only time you need to do it. But if they choosing on you, I would prefer that you do something where you're providing knowledge or some kind of value to her. That way she views you, because she already like you. She has a desire towards you. That with the women that have a desire towards you, they have a greater capacity to submit to you. Okay? And that means to your knowledge. So you already know me about the gym and everything. I would take her to the gym and work her out. I would work her out. I would tell her a couple things about how to do squats. I would tell her, about several exercises she could do that's gonna help her. And then after that, we can go get something to eat, like a post-workout fruit shake to replace the carbs back in the body, into the muscles and everything. I would do something like that where she's learning from you from the jump. She gonna view you as different from everybody else, because everybody else taking her to McDonald's, taking her to Red Lobster, taking her to all these stupid places, trying to sell themselves to women that they choosing on. You know what I'm saying? If you don't learn one thing from me, and I would say the other ones, Ron Wills, Alpha Male Strategies, Book Alpharonomy, there's some other ones, G. But if they got the same kind of mentality as them, they cool. They all gonna say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you out here choosing on women, you want to take them on dates. And that's not a good situation. So when a woman comes up to you or says that you need to take her out on a date, where we going? That's what you can say. That's what you can say. Something along the lines of the gym thing. You know what I'm saying? Number 6. All she talk about is love and hip hop. Gee, if you a man out here, you getting your stuff together. You on your purpose. You on your grind. You getting all types of stuff coming up. You don't need your girl talking about some love and hip hop. First of all, love and hip hop, it portrays a message to women to be a bad bitch that's independent. I don't need no man, but these particular men, they gon' like, if you ever look at love and hip hop, it's basically a bunch of women with ham hocks injected into their butt. You know what I'm saying? Coconut husk injected into their breast. Coconut husk silicone injected into their breast. And they out here looking like the Michelin woman. And they always talking about some baby daddies and everything. It's like some hood. It's hood conversation. That's why it's so popular with women. Because they can relate to it. Gee, if you got a woman that love to listen to that, that's infiltrating her mind. That's infiltrating her mindset. She gonna start doing that if she watching it enough. Whatever you watch the most, that's gonna go into your subconscious mind. So you're gonna start doing those things without you even knowing it. That's why I don't even watch that much TV. I don't watch that much TV. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have nothing infiltrate my mindset and my subconscious mind. So if you messing with girls that's into that love and hip hop, I would say don't put her on the team. Don't put her on the harem. Don't put her on the stable. Unless she good with money. You know what I'm saying? She good with money or something like that. I will only do business or something. Like, if you got a YouTube channel, she can make the YouTube channel thumbnail art if she good with art. But outside of that, I would just keep it to that. So she can just go, after she done, she can just go back to her love and hip hop stuff. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody got time for that. Number 7. She's starting to get fat. Yo, there's a lot of women that think thick isn't fat. This need to be a whole video right here. The thick girl myth. I need to write that down. The thick girl myth. There's a lot of women trying to get thick, but once they get thick, they actually fat. They diabetic. They got arm. They wiggle their arm, and it's jiggling like jello. It's jiggling like jello. So you know, you might meet a chick and she look good the way she is, but she start listening to her friends. Girl, you skinny. Girl, especially if she black. Girl, you skinny. Why you so skinny? You need some cornbread. You need some Pop-Tarts. You need Baba's cheesesteak. You know, girl, put down that watermelon. Put down that salad. Put down what you supposed to be eating. Go get you a Ben and Jerry's. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some of that. Go get you something that you a Big Mac. You know, go get you a Snicker. Go get you a ho-ho. That's what they friends gonna be telling her. And a lot of women got a couple insecurities within themselves, so they might listen to that. And without you being there to help guide her through her emotions and everything, she might listen to that. She might overdo that thing. She start eating 5,000 calories. Go type in how to get thick on YouTube. You got girls out here actually saying, yo, you gotta eat 2 boxes of waffles. You gotta eat a pack of Twinkies. Go get you that 2 for $5 at McDonald's, Big Macs, McFillets. Oh, I mean, filet of fish. Nigga, I ain't been to McDonald's to even eat a whole bunch of meat like that in a minute. So I'm starting to forget names. I almost called the Whopper the big Whopper. The Whopper Mac. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you just gotta watch if she getting big. Because that's a woman's greatest commodity to men. That's one of her greatest values is her body. If she started letting that go, she don't really care no more, basically. All right, number 8. She actually listens to her single friends. Let me tell you something. Does it make logic sense? If you want a real man, to listen to someone who ain't got a real man, I tell you one thing, your girl gonna do it. Your girl gonna listen to her single friends that ain't got a real man. They still messing with a baby daddy from the hood on the west side. You know what I'm saying? So if your girl start listening to her friends, that really ain't a good girl to keep around you, because anybody can tell her anything and she start doing it with you. Okay, so you're gonna have to do a lot of checking, and you know it's gonna be a lot of your mental capacity gonna be taken away from your grind and your hustle with whatever you're doing. Okay, so just be wary of that. Number 9, she attempting to control your time. So I got a friend. We hoop a lot. I like to hoop, y'all. I like to hoop. We hoop a lot. We hoop on every Sunday. Every other Sunday, whenever we got time on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And there's not one Sunday that goes past where his girl is always calling him. What you doing? You almost done? And gee, all I could do is cringe. I can cringe. And I ask him every time, dang, that's your girl calling you, ain't it? Like, yo, if a girl is trying to control your time, you got to put on ice. You got to put on ice, G. And this is what the ice does. it makes her think about what she did. What did I do wrong? How can I make it better? If she want to deal with you, because remember again, we not cold approaching these girls. We know better than that. We not cold approaching these girls. They choosing on us, so they have a desire towards us. So they gon' act a little better. They gonna be acceptable of you a lot more. Okay, so when they start doing stuff like that, when they start doing stuff to control your time and things like that, again, they either gonna do that at the beginning to test you, or you show signs and symptoms of being a beta male that allows that, just like the other guys. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta put her on ice so she can think about not doing that no more. Okay? And then number 10. Okay, number 10 is she hits you in the nuts. Okay. So basically, if she hits you in the nuts, that's like her taking her left hand, grabbing you by the nuts, and saying, nigga, you ain't shit. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Okay, so this ain't gonna happen at the beginning of the interaction between you two, especially if she chose on you. You would have to do a lot of choosing on her, doing a lot of pedestalization and everything to show you that you are weak to her. You view her as more important than you. You know, I had a woman tell me before that, and this was in my beta male days. You know, she actually told me, I feel like the man in relationship. And you know, she was doing it, you know, she was yelling at me in public and everything. One time I had forgot to pick her up from the airport because she had just came in from a whole trip. And she got mad at me for that, gave me the silent treatment. So a lot of these things I've experienced while I was in my beta male days. So that's why I'm able to come to you and tell you why it was happening and what needed to be done that I didn't do before. Because if I would have done this, it would have went on anymore. Okay? But I ain't never got kicked in the nuts before. That's crazy. You have to be doing your beta male thing out here worse than I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you get kicked in the nuts, man, there should be no question. You gotta put her on ice, Sub-Zero style. You see this picture right here? You gonna have to put her on ice like that. Nigga, I don't know where you gonna meet Sub-Zero at, but nigga, you need to meet him so you can put that bitch on ice like he doing. Johnny Cage right there. You know what I'm saying? But if you encounter any of these 10 things, my friend, you need to put her on ice. And I probably need to make a video of what putting a girl on ice means. Okay, but basically the gist of it is to just calm her hot ass down. She too emotionally riled up. She could be yelling, she could be doing any of these 10 things I told you to you, and she ain't controlling her emotions. And that's another thing. Women are the masters of emotion, so they know how to control it. They just ain't gonna control it with any dude though. If they feel like they can get away with it with you, they gonna let it all hang out with you. They gonna call you all types of niggas and bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 10 reasons you gotta put her on ice before, you know, it get to number 10. She kick you in your nuts. And you don't need your nuts kicked into it. That's your family jewels. That's your lineage. That's what you're gonna be passing on. You know what I'm saying? It's so much stuff to teach you guys. So if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe right now. If you have not liked this video, you need to like the video right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to donate to the channel, I got a link in the description. I'm gonna try to put it in the comments too. Check out my website if you are a new viewer. I have a whole playlist all the way from the first videos I was making that you need to watch right now before you get any further than this video right here. Okay? So, I see y'all. Peace. And if you ever get any more beta-itis in you, you feel like you're doing some beta stuff, you probably doing some beta stuff. It's time to come back to your masculine and get into your alpha energy. Okay? So, again, I'm Cameron McCullough, aka Master Teacher of Attraction, here to help you guys and to teach you how to get into your masculine energy and maintain your alpha frame in this beta world. All right, y'all. Take care and peace.